More and more matchmakers who are women are quitting matchmaking. Why are they quitting matchmaking? Because they keep realizing how bad it is in the dating world and that men in the end were right about everything. Let's roll this clip.
I'm starting to feel like the men are not wrong, which is you know what I'm saying, a statement I never thought I would have to make. But after being a matchmaker for over a year, I'm starting to see what they talk about, ladies. Well, what's going on? Where have we gone wrong? I'm thinking we would be better than this. And the data and the evidence is showing me that we are not. I need y'all to get it together in the dating world. I'm not saying 100% of it is our fault, but I'm just saying there are some things that as a unit, we could be doing better.
I remember when April Mason came out and said that she was stopping, helping women trying to find a man with matchmaking. I remember Rebecca Lynn Pope is another one that came out and said, you know what, hey, I'm done. I'm getting married anyway. I'm done with all of that. And these women, they were doing this for a long time. And even Rebecca Lynn Pope and even April Mason had to admit that everything the men have been saying has been 100% correct. So if women who are matchmakers are agreeing with the men, then it sounds like it is not the men that's the issue. It's the modern woman mindset, unfortunately, that's fueled by social media. I always like to bring up the social media aspect because I remember a time, I'm Gen X. I remember a time where they didn't have social media. And I saw how certain people acted. And then I seen even people act after social media. And I'm telling y'all, men, social media has been a gift to the world and it been an extreme curse also to the world. It really, really has. And that social media generation and everything that go along with social media has caused all these issues and problems. Because, these women, what they do online is look at other women constantly. They do that just in general, but they look at other women. They look at a woman, how she dress. They look at how she wear her makeup, her hair. They look at where she traveled to. And a lot of this stuff that some women are doing online is facades, especially on Instagram, right? Instagram, you'll see some women doing things. And listen, if you're a man or even a woman that knows about travel and you always see a particular woman in these different countries constantly, your first thing you're going to ask, okay, what does she do for a living? Why is she always in different countries? What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she making that kind of money? Because we know as men that we're going to go on the expensive side for economy ticket. And I'm saying expensive. A one way to a lot of countries could be $700 to $1,000. Let's go on the $1,000 tip for economy. Round trip, $2,000. You mean to tell me you got $2,000 to spend every week? Or every other time you're looking up, every other month, you got $2,000 to spend? We're not even talking about hotel, food, do whatever else you're doing out there, right? You mean to tell me you got that kind of money constantly to go do things? And we don't see you in a career. We don't see you as an entrepreneur. We don't see nothing you're doing. But yet these women in all these different places. And then some women look at these women like, oh, I want my man to take me here. Maybe I should dress like this, or maybe I can do this to get a man. Like, no, a lot of those women are tricking. You see them out there in Dubai. Oh, constantly in Dubai. Oh, you better believe they're tricking. Everybody remember the Dubai porta potty, right? That's a real thing. And some of these women are going out there and doing the most filthy things to get some money. And they have no shame in doing it whatsoever. And it's ruining society. Beyond which is ruining society, at least in the area of the women. And a lot of men are like, bruh, like, I don't want no woman that every time I look up, she's in Dubai. Hell no. Like, unless I know she own a company, unless I know she got a legitimate business or she got a legitimate job that brings her out there, hell no. If you see Dubai, any kind of Dubai constantly on their stuff, man, you be like, nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And then these women, a lot of them, they selling themselves. They selling themselves. And these women who selling themselves and selling luxury and selling, all this stuff, but they're not telling people, oh, well, I'm an international trick now. I'm just letting you know. I'm an international 304. They're not telling that part of the game. They're not. So this promiscuous 304 mindset that's in modern women here in Babylon. That's what a lot of men have been running into. Everybody is and if you're not a 304, you're dressing like one. Everybody looking the same, like our brother talked about, a week or so ago. Everybody looking the same. There's no distinction between, who's respectful and modest to who's the 304, because everybody just crossing the lines or blending the lines. It definitely get a lot of men frustrated. Definitely. And this woman is seeing that. She's seeing it. And she's like, wow, we got to do better. But unfortunately, it's a big unfortunate. There was one thing that was actually starting to correct the ecosystem in America. One thing, but it didn't last long enough. That one thing was the pandemic. Listen to me. I want y'all to think a minute. During the pandemic, when the lockdowns happened and they shut everything down, no nail salons, no nightclubs, no brunch spots, they couldn't work their jobs that they normally, pride themselves in, because those jobs are non-essential. And in that time period, men was working, because a lot of men do essential jobs, essential for society for the most part. And then in that time period, they couldn't go to the restaurant. They actually had to go home and cook and get back to basics, basically. I was noticing a humbling in American society all the way around, okay? And I think if the lockdowns would last at least one good year, it could have really corrected. Even in society, the lockdowns was correcting even the environment, because they said the air was cleaner around the time of the pandemic. The air was cleaner. Animals are starting to come out again that they normally didn't come out like they used to during the time of the pandemic. I mean, things were really starting to get corrected, right? Yes, we had cabin fever, but things were getting corrected. And right when things slowly, because I remember the changes start happening. Men start saying, well, women that I tried to reach out to, all of a sudden now they're reaching out to me and say, hey, because they realizing they can't really, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If the lockdown would have lasted just one good year, just one, I promise you, America could have been status corrected. But because it didn't last at least one good year, it's a reason why you still got the problem that you got. It's just reality on that. That's just my assessment, because the act right was slowly starting to come in, slowly, and you fellas know that. You know that. But how do you navigate that? This fellas, and what you're talking about? You don't give up. Like I said in other videos, you travel, and you can travel in the continental United States. You can meet women in the airport. You can meet them on different excursions, like in different cities of America. I mean, you don't always have to travel outside the country, because sometimes it may not be women in your area, but it could be a woman in a different city. Let's say you're from Houston. Maybe you meet a woman from Dallas. Maybe you meet a woman from LA. Maybe you meet a woman from Vegas. Maybe you meet a woman from Chicago, or wherever city she's from, Detroit, wherever. You may meet somebody in a whole different city if you travel. But sometimes you got to get out your area, because sometimes you be feeling like you can't find nobody. Well, maybe because your hometown is just not it for you. You got to move around sometime. And I think you will find somebody, brother. So don't throw your hand up. And I can say the same thing to women. Move around sometime. You just never know who you're going to meet. But yeah, men were right, and more women are acknowledging that.